Yo, 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 yo. What's good, people? What's cracking? What's popping? Welcome, everybody, to Strasburg Steve for the Steve on Chlo show, but with a twist. Chloe ain't here tonight. Big up to Chloe. We will do something soon. We will do something soon. But I got Super Sub Cubed in the building. Cube repping Spurs out here. Cubed, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. It will be interesting to talk about the Prem because, to be honest, I actually haven't even been watching as much Prem these days because of
Man,
you. I've been watching other leagues, so. But I'm happy to be the super sub. I I'm pretty sure I won't be able to be as good as Chloe, but I'll do my best.
nah, it's all good. No worries, no worries. But yeah, people, Chloe, we got Super Sub Cubed in here, so it's all good. But yeah, big up Warrior J93. Yeah, Cubed in the building. So we'll switch it up from Newcastle Chelsea talk to Newcastle Spurs talk. I couldn't come up with a title for a show for me and you to do, so I just decided, fuck it, let's have the title and just whatever. You're the Super Sub, so is what it is. But yeah, we'll start off looking at kind of the weekend and what's going on with all these games and whatnot. What game catches your eye the most out of all of these for this weekend?
I mean, I think
Going.
everybody's going to be all eyes on what Arsenal and Villa, I think. And then for me, though, personally, I think that I think that actually the what is it? Um,
Brighton Man
Palace,
United. Yep.
Brighton Man
Oh,
United,
Palace West Ham
and
as
then the
well.
Palace West Ham. I'll
You
be
know, I'm
looking at.
doing a watch along for that game. Yeah, for a reason.
Yeah, I
That should
think
be a
both
good.
of
That
those
should be a good one.
games should be interesting. Should be a
Yeah,
good one.
defo. Wolves Chelsea as well. Wolves Chelsea could be because Wolves play some good football and they did the double over Chelsea last year as well. That's an
Yeah.
interesting one. And
I
then
think the reason why I'm looking at the
Newcastle.
Palace game and then the Brighton game is also just because I'm in general just excited to watch Palace and Brighton this season. I think both those teams are going to cook this season.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I think, yeah, the Arsenal Aston Villa one. I mean, what do you think? Like, for me, I'm seeing a lot of people pick Arsenal to win or draw, and I don't quite get it. I'll be real.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't
look at the
quite
win
get it.
probability underneath it just now.
I
Look.
feel like the win probability is way that's it's underrating Aston Villa and their home record.
Yeah.
I think. I
Yeah,
think it
I
is.
think so too.
I think it is criminally underrated because let's not forget what happened last year, people. Arsenal didn't beat Villa; it lost to them twice.
Well, the other
And
thing is that Emery just loves that he loves that revenge tour. You know.
he loves smoking on that. He loves smoking on that Arteta pack.
That's the thing. Yeah, he got vendetta against Arsenal. So
Bro, I don't know. For me, I just don't understand why. Like the win probability, I think that's crazy. I think it's a 50-50 game. I
mhm.
think Arsenal are the overall, like, yes, they are the better team, but Aston Villa become a very, very good team at home, and they equalize. They basically play to a level at their ground where they could play anyone and win the game possibly. So I don't know why. It's like if it's like if we hosted Arsenal. Like
Yeah,
when we play at home against these big teams,
yeah.
Newcastle, we can perform to such a super high level on a one-off game because of our home crowd and the way we go about things.
Well, yeah, like St. James Park, everybody knows is a fortress, but like,
Yeah,
although last season you guys did have like a shaky home record, which was really like confusing,
yeah,
but
we had some silly losses in there like
yeah, which is like really surprising.
Forest.
Yeah. But I think that Villa, honestly, like it's not even like, oh, Villa becomes a really, really good team, like after, like if they're at home or something. I just think in general, Villa is a really, really good
Yeah,
team. Like
yeah, of course,
I straight up think
of
that
course.
like Villa is I don't understand it. Like people are underrating Villa in general. They can take points off any team in the league. Any team, including City. Like I could see
Oh
Villa.
yeah, they beat Man City last year.
Yeah.
At Villa Park. Yeah. No, they're a terrific team at home. Away from home, they obviously aren't quite as good. Still very good, but at their ground, they lost what 2 games last year in all comps, maybe.
Yeah, I'm predicting
or 3.
I'm predicting a draw.
You're going to draw. Okay.
Yeah, I'll predict a draw. I mean, I could see it going either way, to be honest, with either one winning, but I'll just predict a draw just because I feel like, it's kind of evenly matched, to be honest.
What do you think for actually let me pull up SofaScore because they actually got predicted lineups out there. Actually no. Fuck mob. I like their layout better. But people, if you haven't already, by the way, smash up the like button and subscribe. We got 8 people in here already. Got some comments as well. Palace and Bright could be more courses. We'll get into that later. For sure. So what did Arteta smoke? So what did Arteta smoke when we smoked Chelsea? Well, you just did your thing against Chelsea. They were just awful. They beat them like 5-0 or some shit towards the end of last year. That's crazy. Go big up Chic TV as well. Go check out his channel. Go check out my guy. Even though he's a Man United fan, he's kind of a good dude. So big up to the Chic. Yeah, let me pull up. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, predicted lineups.
No, again,
there we go.
Repeat, Donna Cullen, that Chloe is not making it. She was not able to make it last minute, and I came in as her sub.
It's a super sub, man. Facts. So these are what the predicted lineups are going to be. Now, if you look at, all right, so they're saying Emi Martinez in goal, obviously. Konsa is going to be at right back because of what's his face? Who's their right back that got injured? Is it Matty Cash? No. Well, Cash. Who's their freaking right back that they brought in? Oh my god.
I hate Matty Cash. Talk to any Spurs fan and they hate
trash anyways. He played good for like a few games. Yeah, Matty Cash is so yeah, it's gonna be Konsa right back, Diego Carlos, Pau Torres, and Luca Digne. That's a solid back 4. Like that's a very solid back 4. And then they're saying they're gonna go 4-4-1-1. For me, John McGinn is one of the better midfielders in the league. I think he's terrific. I think he could drive with the ball. He's got power. He's a good passer of the ball. Like, and Warrior J said it right there. If Zinchenko actually starts, you can't. Leon Bailey versus Zinchenko is it's a fucking hell of a mismatch. Onana, Tielemans as well. Going to be the midfield too. Morgan Rogers, who's very good at Borough last year, and Watkins.
You know what, Watkins? Can I say something about Watkins? And I'm not obviously like I do not like Villa. I really don't like Villa. But Watkins is very underrated. Like really? I don't think that Watkins got the flowers that he deserved last season for how good of a season he had last season. Like he was incredible. He was people were like, like hyping, like there was so much hype over like other players like Cole Palmer because he had like his breakout season or whatever, right? But like Watkins, if you look at the numbers, you look at his performances, he was way like more consistent than Cole Palmer last season. Like, but nobody was talking about Watkins. Like he had crazy amount of goals and assists last season. He was like unbelievable, but nobody was talking about Watkins.
He's just a pain in the ass to defend against. Like he gives Saliba and Gabriel trouble because he just runs at him.
Yeah,
like he's active in the air. He's very good. He's just like
movement, excellent movement off the ball. Like, he was unbelievable last season, and I really feel like nobody was talking about it. Well, not nobody, but like very few people were talking.
It wasn't talked about enough.
Yeah, for like what he was giving and stuff. And actually, can we just make the mention that Emi Martinez signing that long-term deal? Like it just happened, like this past week or something with Villa, basically committing his
2029.
Yeah, he committed his future to Villa. Like,
Well, I think he's a world class goalkeeper. I'll say it right now. I think he is a world class goalkeeper.
I'm actually like a little bit
Past few years,
surprised.
he's been on fire. The past few years, absolutely on
I was
fire for club and country.
like,
His
I was a little
penalty
surprised.
record, his penalty save record is like more than 50%. That's not normal.
Like, I honestly, like, I was a little surprised he did that though, because I expected that he was gonna just be like, okay, maybe I'll sign like like 1-2 year whatever extension, whatever it is, and then
He's
think that he might
31.
make
Yeah.
a big move to like a bigger club, But man, like, he committed his future, like pretty much the rest of his career, like at least in his prime, to Villa. Fair play. He's being loyal, and he loves Villa. He loves Villa.
Bro, and they've got a serious project going on there. They really do. Like, it was a bummer for them to miss out on Douglas Luiz, sure. Sold them to Juventus, but I think they got the replacement they needed in this guy right here, Amadou Onana. My player to watch for the game. Because physically, the guy is able to he's a physical freak of nature. And for Arsenal, when you look at that midfield, physicality wise, Onana can bully Rice. I favor Onana and Tielemans, and I overall this midfield setup from Villa, I favor it compared to Arsenal's, because Odegaard in these big away games, bro, don't do much. Honestly, you don't do much. So for
Party?
me, the
They're
player to watch,
thinking that Party's gonna play. Like, he's gonna start.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, because he started against Wolves. They've only
Has he
got
found
four.
his way
They've
back?
got 4 injuries.
Mhm. Oh, okay, that's why. I was gonna say, I was like, he's found his way back into the team.
Fabio Vieira, who ruined his career by leaving Porto early. Jurriën Timber probably going to be out. Tierney's out, and Tomiyasu's out. So
Timber's been unlucky, man. Like, ever since going
very
there.
unlucky, yeah. So, but yeah, for me, like, and then this is the other. Look at the striker matchup: Watkins versus Havertz. It's no contest.
It's not even a
It's
contest.
absolutely
Not
no
even.
contest, bro. It's no contest. So, like, and this is the problem. Arsenal are going into it. Yeah, they're a really good side, but Arsenal in these big away games, for me, they just they fail to turn up when they're the superior team at times. It's just something about them that just they don't quite have it. Like, they lost to Villa last year away. They lost to Newcastle away last year. They lost to drew with Man City, but played it way too safe, in my opinion. Got a good draw. It's a good draw. I think they played it way too safe. I just think it's going to happen again tomorrow. And especially if they do something stupid like Actually, Zinchenko's going to have to play left back. Because look, Tierney, Vieira, Timber, Tierney, Tomiyasu are going to be out. And he probably won't play Calafiori because he does stupid things sometimes, Arteta. And actually,
I don't understand why is
Calafiori isn't even Calafiori isn't even like a left back. He was a left center back for Bologna when he done his best.
You know what? Actually, you know what though? To be fair, okay, shout out Charlie. He was already calling it that when they signed Calafiori, he was like, "Look, Calafiori is a good player. He even admitted that he really rates him, but he was like,
yeah, I do, and I do too.
Arteta's going to play him out of position though, and basically like ruin this player by like playing him out of position."
Oh, and Saskia Gun, I'm not saying your away record was poor, because your away record was very good. It was it was undoubtedly. But I'm saying in the big games like Newcastle away, you lost to Fulham away as well. That's not even like a big game. That game you just didn't show up for Arsenal, but that can happen to anyone. But those big crunch games, I just feel like Arsenal, like they're not at that level yet where it's like, yeah, I trust you to go away to Bayern München. I trust you go away to Newcastle, Villa. Man United you beat last season. So fair play on that, because your Arsenal's record at Old Trafford ain't good. I just feel I'm not ready yet to trust Arsenal in this big away game. For me, I would be very impressed if Arsenal win. I'd be very impressed. Like
what do you think it's going to be? A draw, or do you think
Villa win?
Villa win? Okay. See,
yeah.
I'm a Spurs fan, and I'm actually predicting a draw. So shockingly.
Why do you think it's going to be a draw?
I just think that they're if I don't want to hype Arsenal too much. So no, but like I don't know. I feel like they're pretty evenly matched, you know? Like, and by evenly matched, you have to think about I think Bill is a very strong team. Plus they kind of have going on their side a little bit of like home advantage and then the record and everything and Emery and everything. So I'll put it out there that I feel like, okay, I'll predict a draw, but yeah, I definitely a little bit more favoring Villa.
Bro, if Zinchenko plays, that's hilarious. Bailey versus Zinchenko is the matchup to watch for me. Because Martinelli's been in poor form for quite a while as well, so I'm not even really worried about him versus Konsa. And Konsa's a good defensive fullback anyways. I'm saying Bailey versus Zinchenko, bro, that's going to be – they can make a mix – they can make a fucking – they can make a comp all about that tomorrow. I'm telling you. That's gonna be crazy. Do you like Leon Bailey? Do you rate Bailey? Because he started off his Villa career a few years ago, kind of not so great. But what do you think of him?
He's okay. I don't. It's not like I'm like all like, oh my god, he's amazing. I think he's okay. I think he's a solid player. To be honest, like, I mean, if you look at most of the Villa players, they're pretty solid. I think it's credit to Unai Emery, to be honest. I think I think that he is actually having some of these players like almost like outperform their quality.
Overperformed.
Like, like I think that like individually, I don't necessarily rate like a lot of these players individually, but I think in his system, he makes them better. So like I actually really don't rate Tielemans, like very much so.
He blows hot or cold for me. So
yeah,
he's
like
the kind of player where you play him in a certain game. Some games suit him, some games don't. He can he can break down low blocks. If the game turns into a track meet, it's not really his thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like individual quality, I really do not rate him.
If you want to break down a low block, you want to have a Tielemans in your midfield.
Yeah,
no, he has that passing. But you're right. They're
the only ones that I actually think probably have individual quality that are actually like I really do rate is probably Watkins.
Do you like Onana?
Like Onana, yeah, Onana. I mean, I don't like Emi Martinez. Like as a person, I don't like him, but I do rate him as a player. And then probably
you rate
McGinn and Torres. I actually think Pau Torres is pretty solid defender, awesome. But he's a good defender. 100%. But really, like everybody else, I feel like it's like so much of like Unai Emery like bringing them up, elevating them. You know?
Yeah. There's no doubt. He's because they were. I mean, the side has changed a lot now. Like Onana's brand new, Rodgers, Tielemans, Torres, Digne they bought before. They bought after Emery came in, I believe. Carlos as well. So like they don't have like some of the scrubs they used to have, but yeah, and Morgan Rodgers is another player I rate. And the thing is, Villa on the break, I just see a lot of pace in the team. I see a lot, bro. And for me, I give Aston Villa the slight edge. Because again, I just don't trust Arsenal in the big away games. And if it's at Villa, if this is at the Emirates, I'd probably pick an Arsenal win. I especially early in the season as well. I just feel like they'll catch him. I do feel like they'll catch him slipping, but we shall see. But it should be a good one. Anything else you want to address on this game, or do you want to move on to different one?
Yeah, move on. I don't want to talk about Arsenal.
All right, we'll talk about Spurs then.
Oh, I don't want to talk about Spurs either.
No, let's do it. Let's look at some. Let's look at 5 match facts about Tottenham versus Everton. Here's a positive stat for you, Cube. Tottenham has scored more Premier League goals against Everton, both overall and at home, than they have versus any other opponent. You've scored 102 goals against them in the Premier League era, and 63 of them have been at home. That's more than you scored against anyone else. So you're used to scoring against them.
Everton have just won because we're used to we're basically scoring against ourselves since we keep sending players to Everton.
Yeah, facts. Everton have won just one of their last 23 Premier League games against Tottenham. 11 draws, 11 losses. The last time Everton beat Spurs was 1-0 away in September 2020 under the one, the only Don Carlo and Chlo. Do you remember that game, Cube?
Don Carlo. Of course Don Carlo would do that, though. I'm still like amazed that Don Carlo was at Everton. Like, it's like sometimes I just like forget that happened. Yeah. Like, it's unbelievable he was at Everton.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, you guys haven't lost to them in 4 years. So again, another positive stat in your favor for sure. Everton have won just 3 of their last 20 Premier League games against London sides. 6 draws and 11 losses. 3 of those wins all coming consecutively between September and November last season. Everton haven't won a Premier League game in the month of August in any of the last 3 seasons. 3 draws and 6 losses, losing each of their last 4 such games without scoring. Their last such victory was in 2021 at Brighton. They got a 2-0 win. And Tottenham have won their first Premier League home match in 5 of the last 6 seasons, with the only exception being the 1-0 defeat to Everton in September 2020-21.
Look,
so all these stats are in your favor.
But look, if we don't beat Everton, that's poor. That's because they're really bad. They're really bad this season. But then again, we didn't beat Leicester.
Goals for shit. They can't score goals for shit, bro.
We didn't beat Leicester a few days ago, so it tells you a little bit something. Big things that will affect the game, though, is that we basically are back to just the same thing of not even having Solanke like as an option. So, but I don't know.
Gotta go. They're saying Kulusevski up top, Gray in midfield starting. What do you think of this lineup that they're predicting? You liking this?
So. I don't think this is what happens. I think
because Bentancur is out. Remember?
I know, but I think Richie starts. I think Richie's going to start.
Oh, so you don't? What's it called? So you think Kulusevski? You don't think Gray starts?
When has Kulusevski ever played like practically a striker kind of role? He doesn't play that role. Like it just that's weird. Yeah, like it doesn't happen. So basically, like this, it's going to be Sonny, Richie, and either Brennan Johnson or Kulusevski is going to be the front 3. And then I don't know about probably it will be Madison and Sarr.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think like Bentancur will be out, surely, right?
I mean, I think it'll be really telling actually who he picks on that 3rd spot.
Oh yeah.
Basuma might, because
Rodrigo Bentancur. It says concussion early September 24. He's out he's definitely out.
Yeah, but Basuma is available.
Solanke is out as well.
He's got his one ban is over. He's available now to be picked.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Do you think Basuma's going to start over Gray?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how stubborn Ange is, because if Ange is going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to rely on my old heads," and you'll see exactly how much he rates Gray or Lucas Bergvall or something like that. So if he picks Basuma after he already said like, "Oh, building the bridge," and the trust with Basuma again and everything, then that basically means like, if he still picks Basuma to start, that means that he doesn't trust Gray and Bergvall yet. He doesn't think they're good enough yet. He doesn't trust it yet.
Would you start Bergvall or Gray or no? Like, what would you change about the lineup? Forget what Postecoglou, what you think he's gonna. What would you do?
I would do Son, Richie, and Decky.
Son on the left.
Yeah, I would sit Johnson, and I would put Kulusevski there on the right.
I don't even. Yeah.
And then
I don't think Kulusevski's like that on the right wing, but I know he's damn better than Jobs.
And then I would I would
Odobert available
probably
for
do
you
Madison,
guys?
Sarr, and Basuma.
Is Odobert available for you guys? Wilson
What's that?
Odobert. The
What's
kid
that?
you just bought from Burnley, Wilson Odobert. Is he available
Yeah,
tomorrow?
I think he comes on as a sub, maybe.
I'd
Think
start
about
him.
it. He didn't even train. Like he's trained with us for a few days now only.
He played 2 games for Burnley though.
No, I know, but I'm saying like he barely trained with. He has to learn the Ange system, all that, right? So, anyways, I think that the Ange system, Ange ball. But so I think I would start Basuma, Madison, and Sarr in midfield. Also because the three of them have like played together a lot more.
Manor Solomon's going to Leeds, I guess.
Good riddance.
If Everton defense is that, Spurs 3-0, because if he starts Keane and this Everton lot, this is woeful.
Poor.
This kid
poor.
This is the one player on Everton that is looking good though. This guy had a good game versus Brighton. Tim Orogbunam. He's a decent.
That's not true. The one player who's good on Everton is Pickford, and I hate Pickford.
Yeah,
I hate
Pickford,
but he is a good keeper, and they're lucky to have him. Like I have no idea why he just decided to just stick around there, and he is like Everton through and through. And
he's kept them from going down.
Oh my god, so many times that he saved their asses.
Yeah. And eventually they're gonna because look at again, the only outfielder I rate is fucking this kid Tim Orogbunam. That's the only play. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has scored 8 goals since Ancelotti left Everton in the league. 8 goals. 8. Keep in mind the season that Ancelotti's last season, he scored what? It'll probably show me here. What season was it? It was this season. Keep in mind, he scored 16 in Ancelotti's last season. You go to the next season, he scored 5. You go to the next season, he scored 2. The next season, 7. He scored 14 goals since Ancelotti left. And when Ancelotti's last season, he scored 16. Yeah, 16. So he's done out here. He is completely done out here. But the problem is with Spurs is that your clean sheet record is wolf. You've had like 3 clean sheets in the last 30 or something stupid. Isn't it something dumb like that? We have like 3 clean sheets in the last 30.
Yeah, right? I don't know. I honestly, I can't even remember the last time we had a clean sheet. I literally cannot remember.
Yeah, it's been a
minute. I cannot remember at all.
Let's look it up, actually. Let's look it up. So let's go to the top. By the
way, such a travesty when you think about our defenders.
Look at your back four.
The quality
of our four. Those are good players, man.
I know the quality of our defenders and our goalkeeper. It's a travesty that we have been conceding goals left and right, and that's Ange's fault.
You kept a clean sheet versus Sheffield United on the last day of
fuck's sake.
There you go.
For fuck's sake.
So there's one. Let's see the other clean sheet. So we're going to January. You kept a clean sheet versus Burnley in the FA Cup. There you go. There's another one.
God.
You kept a clean sheet versus Forest away. That's 3.
Think about these teams, though. Come on. No need to list this shit out, man. This is just embarrassing.
You kept a clean sheet versus Fulham.
Oh, that's a little bit better team.
You kept a clean sheet versus Luton. And you kept a clean sheet versus Bournemouth and Man United. You've had 7 clean sheets under Big Ange. There you go.
Now you're just bantering me. Come on, get out of here.
There you go.
Just get out of here. No, you know what? Actually, so on Everton's side.
Yeah, actually, well, there's a question for you. Do you think Everton score tomorrow? Do you think you concede?
Yes. From a set piece. From a set piece. It'll definitely be from a set piece. That's what they did, that's what they did last time. They saw us concede from a set piece, from a corner against Man City in the cup, And then the next game was against Everton. Deitch was literally at the game, like watching and like trying to do research. And then the next game was against Everton, and then we conceded in exactly the same way, and they did the exact same thing to us that City did. Because Deitch is like going and doing his research.
Who do you think's the most likely to score a header on this team, though, on Everton?
Anybody.
Tarkowski, maybe?
Like, that's how shit we are. Anybody.
Albert
But
Luini.
honestly, but you know what? I'll say, you know what? I don't think that Tarkowski is that bad of a defender. He actually
he's media. He's decent.
Like, yeah,
like, you wouldn't take. Would you take him as Spurs?
No, he doesn't get into our team. But I'm just saying that, like, out of the Everton players, out of the squad, Tarkowski is probably is definitely on the better side. He's like, I also like his leadership. You know what I mean? I think he has pretty good mentality about him. It's just that he just doesn't have like the best quality or whatever. It's just like natural ability or quality. But I think that he can put in a shift sometimes.
Yeah, but looking at the absences as well for Spurs, Bentancur is out, Solanke is out, Forster, who cares? But for Everton, these injuries are big. So Ashley Young suspended, that's whatever. He's garbage. Like he's old and he's washed and he's just it's whatever. Branthwaite, that's a huge loss.
That's a hit for them.
Massive loss. Patterson as well is a decent fullback. Seamus Coleman is just like Ashley Young, old, decrepit, and he's going to retire probably next season. James Gardner is one of their best midfielders. He's decent. And then Chermiti never even plays for them. But the biggest thing is that like, if you can't keep a clean sheet against Everton, then I don't know what y'all are doing.
You can't keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, there's another one here. They have 14 players available.
You know what? Actually, yeah, I know it'll be. I mean, look, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat Everton, but I don't think we clean.
I like the confidence. Okay.
I think we will beat them, but I don't think that. I know about the clean sheet though. I definitely don't know about the clean sheet.
What's your score?
Probably, I don't know. Be like 2-1, maybe.
I'm going 2-1, and you'll score in the 90th minute. You'll score a 90th or 80th minute winner. There you go.
I think it'll be like maybe like 2-1, and I think Richie plays, and I think Richie scores against Everton.
Yeah, actually, I could see him do that. Come off the bench and just score. Yeah, I could see that.
A header.
Yeah. Something scrappy inside the box, maybe.
Yeah.
Because like that's the reason. I don't. First of all, you guys have problems like scoring lots of goals. I mean, the Leicester game the other day was the example of it, right? Where you should have scored at least 3 in that first half on Monday, probably. But you just couldn't finish your chances. And the thing is, like we were talking about with Pickford, the guy can make some pretty miraculous saves. So I think he'll keep him. I think that's why they'll stay in the game, because Pickford will keep him in it for as long as he possibly can, because he's got fucking Michael Keane and Tarkowski, who's decent, but I mean Keane is woeful. The only thing Michael Keane does good is aerial duels, and that's it. He's trash at everything else. So, but yeah, I don't know. I see like a 2-1. You'll get like a late winner.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if they just sucker punched you, and you just the mentality thing. Because I think that's something else that a lot of people noted, that when Leicester scored that goal, it looked like they were going to score again, and your heads just dropped.
Yeah, because we saw. Anyways, whatever. I don't talk about Spurs. Like
he's in 2-1. Yeah,
Spurs,
2-1.
I think my club actually like hates me. Like, like it's like, what did I do in this life to deserve this shit? So
we got Really Doors Football TV as well. Barria's going for.
Can we mention the links to like Kieran Trippier to like a loan to like Everton? Can we mention that before moving on? What is that about? That's crazy.
Dog, I read my effing banner right here. Transfer window's been shit.
That would be crazy. That
I would
would
have
be
taken
so
your. I would
crazy
have
if that
taken your.
happened.
I would have taken your transfer window for mine any day of the freaking week. Our transfer window has been woeful. At least you've got talented players that you've bought. Odobert is talented. Bergval, Gray. Say what you want about their age, but bro, we aren't even we brought in Lloyd Kelly, who's a decent center back, and fucking John Ruddy and the Greek goalkeeper from Forest, and it's just like, yeah, Newcastle.
If honestly, if Trippier
we sold
goes to
Minta
Everton, that's poor. That's real poor because like he is too good for Everton. I know that he's dropped last season, like he didn't have a great season, but
his
like
form was shit after the Chelsea.
Yeah, but still, that's not. He's better than Everton. Come on, that's poor. And it's not like you guys don't need him. It's not like you guys don't need him right now, too.
Oh, we could, yeah, like
you guys need the head count, just even on its own, the head count.
Yeah, because the depth, like it's just
that's what I mean.
It's, I don't know.
Okay. Newcastle.
Yeah. So yeah. Jesus. Yeah. We'll let's go to the Newcastle game about Bournemouth and Newcastle. So if you actually, we'll talk about some of the match facts. Bournemouth have won just one of their last 9 Premier League games against Newcastle. A lot of draws, 5 and 3 losses, having won 2 of their first 3 against the Magpies with the 1 loss. Having kept a clean sheet in their first Premier League meeting with Bournemouth, a 1-0 win in November 2015. Newcastle have conceded at least once in each of their last 11 against the Cherries. So Bournemouth score pretty much every time. Bournemouth have won none of their last 8 Premier League games in August. So similar to Everton, they're not good in the month of August. This is a 2-0 win over Aston Villa in 2022. In those 8 winless games, the Cherries have scored 3 times while shipping 23. They've gotten outscored 3-23 since August 22. That's crazy. Newcastle are looking to win their opening 2 Premier League matches in a season for the first time since 1997-98 under Kenny Dalglish. 19 of Bournemouth's last 25 Premier League goals have been netted in the second half, with 65.5% of goals they've netted under Andoni Iraola coming after the break, 36 out of 55. In Premier League history, among managers whose sides have 50-plus goals, only Michael Laudrup and Steve Clark have seen a higher share of goals scored in the second half of matches. So that's a good bet, actually. Bournemouth to score some goals.
You guys should comfortably beat Bournemouth. You should.
Why comfortably?
Because, Bournemouth just drew against Forest last week.
But at the same time, our record versus Bournemouth ain't all that.
Yeah, but, I think that, as much as I'm not saying that Solanke's
also, we played awful versus Southampton on Sat. Awful.
But if you look at the quality in your team, you should. This is what I'm saying. You should comfortably beat.
But yeah, we're
But
we're favorites.
You know what?
We have the better striker and we have the better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying you should based off the quality of your team. But I do rate Areola as a manager. I think he's done a good job at Bournemouth actually. And that's another. By the way, I think that's another team that is overperforming. As far as the individual quality of their players, that's another team that I feel is very strongly influenced by how good their manager is, similar to Villa. I think that I don't know, individual quality. Newcastle should have it, but I think it'll come down to being
up against them too much. I have trauma playing these guys.
Yeah,
I have too much fucking trauma playing these guys. Seriously. Because last year we actually drew with them 2-2 at our ground, and then they beat us 2-0.
What's your injuries?
Our injuries and absences overall, because dumbass Fabian Schär decided to be a dumbass, and Yeah, the red card for the headbutt. So that's great. And Botman is still out. So we're looking at Dan Burn as the center back and Emil Kraft as the right center back.
Okay, yeah, that's
or what Eddie should do is you put Lloyd Kelly in there. He should be putting Lloyd Kelly into the 11. That's what he should be doing. Whether he will or not, I don't know. But here's our projected 11. I don't know why I thought
you guys do that though, where you guys make like 11 mistakes, like randomly, like throughout the season. You guys make a lot of like stupid kind of like mistakes where you guys get players sent off. Kind of all the time. To be honest, like it's always like happens like a couple of times a season, and you're just like, why are you doing that to yourself? Because like I said, individual quality is good, but how the thing about Eddie Howe is that I don't know. We'll see. He can be kind of suspect sometimes against like teams that he should beat. You know what I mean? Like he rises to the occasion for like top 6 whatever teams, but like sometimes teams that he should comfortably beat, I don't know what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? And he
we lost to Luton away last year. Then they drew 4-4 at our ground. I actually called it both times. I actually said we'd lose the away game.
But then you guys put in a shift and you guys can take points off of like any of the big 6 teams.
Fucking beat PSG 4-1 and all this nonsense. Like beat Arsenal last year, beat Chelsea.
Yeah. Spurs, even though we're probably mid-table. No, but you know what I mean? Like it's just, but like I don't get it. Like you guys, but then sometimes you're just like, no.
That's why we finished 7th. We're inconsistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the missing players we got for tomorrow. Cher's obviously got the 3-game red card suspension for violent conduct. Callum Wilson's out. Botman's out. Jamal Sells is out. Tonali's out for one more game. Then he plays against your boys. And Lewis Miley is still out. So, but yeah, this is the 11 that we'll probably go with. Look, in the attack, we're looking fine. No complaints about that front three.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Jacob Murphy's a decent winger. We need to upgrade there, but he's a decent winger. He's better than Almiron. Isak's one of the better strikers out there. And Anthony Gordon, he didn't play well versus Southampton. I will say that.
Who is Emil Kraft? I don't know anything about this player.
Bro, there you go.
I swear to God, this is like the first time I've heard his name.
You don't know Emil Kraft, really?
Yeah, I just like totally don't know what like.
He's been with us for years. He doesn't play like that often, but he's calm at right center back. It's a drop off from Cher.
Okay. I don't know why, but I guess maybe I'm just not watching Newcastle enough. But I literally recognize every name. I know like all these players except for that player. So I have no idea why.
What do you think of Lewis Hall and Livramento at fullbacks? What do you think of them?
I mean, it's all right. I think it's pretty, decent. I mean, I think it's pretty decent. I think your team is pretty decent. I mean, yes, there's a loss for you having Fabian Schär not there, and then I forget who else was out. But
Botman, Wilson,
Botman's a big loss.
Fornali.
Botman out is a big loss. But
he's been out. He's been out since like December.
Yeah.
He fucked up his knee.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun.
I rate
fun fact. Kraft. I do.
I really rate Botman. And I actually, when you guys signed Botman, I was mad because I was like, and you guys signed him for like good, like
35
really
million.
Yeah, it was like, that felt like that was such a deal. I was like, when you guys signed Botman, especially since at the time we needed a center back, I was like so pissed because I was like, what are you doing, Spurs? Like, this is a center back that's like way underpriced right now. Like, it's like so like easy, And I was like, this is like an easy like buy right here, easy decision. But anyways, I do rate him. I think that's a loss for you guys to not have him in the side.
Yeah, no,
and Char down. Those are losses for you guys. But right?
There you go.
Dan Burn's a little inconsistent. He's inconsistent.
No, he's way better at left center back than left. You're thinking of the Dan Burn when he was at left back.
Oh,
you're thinking of Dan Burn at left back. At left center back, bro, I'm telling you. He wins every fucking aerial duel. Any cross that comes in on
tall.
the right. Yeah.
I will say that. He is damn
he's
tall.
He's 6'7" and he looks like it, bro. Like that's
yeah,
like, so really I'm calm with having him. I'm calm with having him as left center back. But I'd rather obviously have Sven there. But yeah, but Warrior J, you make a good point. Yep, Kraft was that center back when Newcastle beat Spurs 4-0 last year, or 4-1, whatever it was. And
Yeah,
Jacob
I might
Murphy,
have
was that right?
I might have tuned out because
Oh
the
yeah,
pain
you
was
you
just
said
too
you
bad.
went to bed because it was an early kickoff for you.
I might have tuned out because I was you
Yeah.
know, like in too much pain. And it was early. I was like, holy shit, why did I wake up for this shit? It was like 4 a.m. game or something for me.
4:30, yeah, on a
4:30
Saturday.
a.m.
Yeah.
I was hating my life. So anyways, I think you guys should get a result in this. I don't know, it could be a little bit dicey, but it should be,
The
you
Bournemouth
should.
are good. They're a good little team, bro. They got, like the players I like from this team. Semenyo false 9 worked pretty well against Nottingham Forest. I know he didn't score, but I heard he played generally well. I like Tavernier. Marcus Tavernier is a decent player. Alex Scott, this is a very good young player right here. Alex Scott, Milos Kirkej is a boss fullback. Boss, bro. I love me some Milos Kirkej. Kluivert's a decent player, and Sinistera. So I worry about the Tavernier Lewis Hall side because Lewis Hall is he's a midfielder, but he can play left back. He can play left back as well. And he does do a good, he's a decent little player, Lewis Hall. I'm a big fan.
I'm predicting 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1? Okay.
Yeah, 2-1 Newcastle, but if we're actually going by quality and not by like just doing manager things, like both of these manager doing manager things, then it should be like 3-1 or 4-1. But like I don't know. I think
yeah.
But I think Areola's good, and I think
He's
Howe can be suspect on games that he should easily.
Especially the reason why this game worries me is because they have pace in that. I'll go back to their 11 real quick. This team, the team that Bournemouth have out there, they have pace for days. All these dudes are fast. Sinistera, Semenyo, Kluivert, Tavernier. All of them are quick as fuck. And Areola does not mind sitting back and countering. Like for me, we're more built for sitting back and counter-attacking than we are on the front foot. Especially with like a long staff in the team where he just misplaces every fucking pass. So I worry. That's why I actually am predicting a Bournemouth win. I'm so nervous for this fucking game, bro. And if I look at the head-to-head real quick at Bournemouth, at the Vitality, at Bournemouth. So last year we got beat 2-0, drew with them 1-1, beat them 4-1, 2-2, 2-2, 1-0.
Yeah, see, this could go any direction. I mean, I'm predicting the 2-1, but I feel like you could literally be like, it could be 2-1 Newcastle or it could be 2-1 Bournemouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the all-time record, Newcastle win, Bournemouth win, Bournemouth win, draw. Newcastle win, Bournemouth, or draw. Newcastle win, draw. Newcastle, Bournemouth, draw, Bournemouth, draw. So it's kind of all over the place. It's all over the freaking place. So I think
should be a good game. Should be a good game.
Yeah, it will be an enjoyable game for the neutral, that's for sure. But I do worry about the pace that Bournemouth can offer. And Alex Scott can pick out passes for fun, bro. He's a good little player there. And yeah, Bournemouth did press Newcastle in the last game. Bro, I remember that game. We played like shit the whole game. Just got completely just stuffed. We were terrible. Absolutely dreadful. So I worry about this game, to be honest.
What does Donna Cullen mean? What is wrench thing?
Oh, she wants to be the mod again. But I took it away because she was saying some stupid shit. But yeah. So, let's see. So yeah. That's like Newcastle. Yeah, it was. And he didn't play bad in that game, Lewis Miley, but we struggled as a team for sure. So yeah. Let's see. What else? Let's talk about Palace West Ham.
This game will be good. This will be a good game.
Fucking Palace West Ham.
This will be a good game. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, same here. Crystal Palace have won their last 2 Premier League home games against West Ham, having won just one of their previous 8 against them at Selhurst Park, 2 draws and 5 losses. The last 4 Premier League games between Palace and West Ham at Selhurst Park have produced a total of 24 goals, an average of 6 per game, 13 for Palace and 11 for West Ham. Both teams have scored at least twice in each of these 4 matches. So there could be a lot of goals tomorrow. There could be a lot of fucking goals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is going to be a good game. I feel
I'm
like
going to watch along for this game for a reason, people. This is going to be.
Maybe I'll be turning Spurs off and watching this game.
This will be fun. Yeah.
Depending on how painful Spurs is. Because, okay, can I say this about Spurs too? Even if we win that Everton game, it's going to be a horrible game to watch. It'll be a terrible game. Like, it's going to be so bad.
Yeah. No,
like,
it could
not entertaining
because
at all.
Dyche is going to play Dyche ball. That's stinky. And then they're going to try to counterattack with Jack Harrison.
Yeah, it's going to be
stinky and
because,
and then you're watching Brennan Johnson trying to dribble and he falls over himself and he's like
and Richie just falling down and like us just randomly crossing ball, like trying to cross balls into the box and nobody getting on the end of it. Like it's going to be bad. It's going to be such a. If I was a neutral, I'd be like, "There's no way I would want to."
I'm not really like dying to put that game on.
No, nobody would want to watch that game.
Yeah. Both teams have scored. Is fact number 3 about Palace versus West Ham. Both teams have scored in each of the last 14 Premier League meetings between Palace and West Ham. Only Fulham against Man City, which was 15 consecutive games between 2004 and 2011, has had a longer such run in the competition's history. We're going to look at the head-to-head on SofaScore after this because I got to see some of these scores. That's crazy. Palace have won – Crystal Palace won their final 4 Premier League home games of 2023-24 by an aggregate score of 16-2. The Eagles haven't won 5 consecutive home games in the league since October of 2001 where they had 6. Well, they've never done so in the top flight.
Wow.
West Ham lost their last 3 Premier League games against fellow London sides in 2023-24. But the last 2 seeing them lose 5-2 at Palace. I remember watching that. They fucking destroyed them. And then they lost 5-0 at Chelsea. No team in English Football League history has ever conceded 5+ goals in 3 consecutive London derby matches before.
Are you sure this is accurate?
West Ham
you sure this is accurate? Because I feel like Spurs have conceded 5+ goals in 3 consecutive London derby matches.
I Googled
last season. I'm pretty sure that's.
You conceded. Well, let's think about it, right? So away to Brentford, you drew 2-2. You lost at Fulham 3-0, right?
Yeah, but we like at the end of the season. Remember, it was like the Arsenal game and the Chelsea game.
You only conceded 3 in those. You only conceded 3 goals in the Arsenal loss.
Yeah, but then we also had that West Ham game too. Remember? Yeah,
you conceded 2. Was it? You drew with them 2-2 at their ground, right?
I'm telling you. That's why I'm like, I don't know if this facts.
No. Listen to it again. No team in English Football League history has conceded 5+ goals in the same game in 3 consecutive London derby.
Oh, okay.
So what it's saying is that so the last 2 London derbies that West Ham have played, they lost 5-2 and 5-0. So they conceded 5 goals in one game and 5 goals in the other. If they did it again, they'd be the first team in English Football League history to concede 5+ goals in 3 consecutive London derbies.
Okay.
That's what it is, yeah. So, but yeah, if we look at the head-to-head for Palace West Ham, let's see some of these crazy ass scores. What the hell? Isn't it pulling up here? There we go. All right, so let's check out some of these fucking scores, man. Let's check out some of these scores. Matches. Okay. So there we go. All right. So yeah, 5-2, 1-1, 4-3, 2-1, 2-3-2, 2-2, 3-2, 1-1, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1, 3-2, 1-1, 2-2, 3-0. So that's the last time that both teams to score hasn't happened in a game between West Ham and Palace.
What's
So
the
I think both
what's the
teams
predicted lineup? I want to see what's the West Ham back predicted lineup for their back line.
Yeah. I'll pull that up in a minute here. Let's see. So West Ham, they're saying that they're gonna go with something like this. So Alphonse Areola, who's a very good goalkeeper, in my opinion. They're saying Aaron Wan-Bissaka is gonna make his debut. Max Kilman, Jean-Claude Todibo, going to make his first start potentially. Or no, did he start against Villa? Did he start against Villa? Let me double check that. Did Jean-Claude Todibo, did he start against? No, he didn't start against Aston Villa. Okay, so that would be Jean-Claude Todibo's first start for West Ham. They're saying Emerson left back, Guido Rodriguez, and Tomas Souček. They need to bench his ass. They need to play. Alvarez is injured. I forgot about that actually. He got injured with Mexico. They're saying Guido Rodriguez, Souček. So they should be playing James Ward-Prowse then. The fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to
No, but that's stupid from Lopetegui. But okay, whatever. Guido Rodriguez, Souček, and then this front four is pretty damn good. This front four, and they should be playing Fulkrug over Antonio. Because that's proper three right here. Kudus, Paqueta, Bowen. Would you take them at Spurs, any of them?
We were linked to Paqueta before. Ended up working out well because now he's all apparently he specifically purposely gets yellow cards.
Yeah, that ban. I haven't heard anything about it in a while though.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to get resolved. By the way, the
rumor
rumor mill, and then I don't know if it ever is going to get resolved or what the situation is over there. But yeah, I mean, especially when you consider our front line is absolute shit. Like, I rate Bowen, absolutely.
Yeah, he's sick. Kudus is fucking electric, man.
Yeah, I rate Kudus. I think Antonio's better than Richie. That bar is very, very low with Richie. But I do think that Antonio has fallen off.
I agree with you about that.
And yeah, so I think, but I think that in that front line though, I think that Bowen is definitely the most consistent.
Yeah, he had a sick year last year. Jared Bowen.
I think he's very consistent. Is the thing.
Yeah, he scored like 16 goals last year.
And the thing about it is even if he doesn't score, he works really hard.
Yeah, he works a bit. He'll take on fullbacks. He's
always pushing.
Boss, bro.
Yeah, but then look at that front line for Palace though. Eze, Mateta, and Kamada. Get out of here, man. That is. I would take that front line over the West Ham front line.
Yeah, he scored 16 goals last year, Bowen, and 6 assists in 34. So 22 GNA in 34, and he played well also. That's in a Moyes team. And they were fucking dead. So yeah.
But Bowen, look at that. Look at that front line of Eze, Kamada, and Mateta. Come on. That's a front line. Eze
was very good at against Brentford. Unlucky not to score.
People are talking about he's always good. He's consistent as fuck, man. He's always cooking. When he's playing, he's always the best one. You literally see him, you're like, he's the best one. He's literally the best one on the pitch.
Yeah. But yeah, they're saying Dean Henderson in goal, American Chris Richards. He's decent as well in that back three. Chadi Riyad is expected to make his debut because obviously Joaquin Anderson's going to Fulham. Mark Gay, he's going to start. God knows if Newcastle actually just fucking.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening, huh?
Or I don't think it is either.
So that would be a great signing for you guys, though. That would be.
Oh yeah, I'd love Gay. I rate it. I think it's a bit expensive, but I don't mind overpaying for a good player. I don't mind at all. I'd rather overpay.
He's pretty consistent too. He's consistent.
I'd rather overpay for a player that I think's worth it than paying peanuts on paying little paying a cheap fee for a shit player. That's what
Yeah.
it is. So, but yeah, that's
Basically
gonna be
doing
the
the
back
Spurs
three.
thing.
Yeah, but
doing the
yeah,
Spurs.
Chatty Riyad's a brilliant signing. This guy is gonna slot in seamlessly. I think. Very good ball playing center back.
I think
Riyad's.
Palace is gonna. I think Palace.
Munoz,
I think
is sick. Lerma and Wharton. That's a good midfield too. Fucking Hughes is injured. Low key, thank God for them, because Will Hughes against Brentford on Sunday was killing so many attacks. He was offside for the Eze disallowed goal as well. So Lerma's a clear upgrade. Mitchell on the left is a good player as well, and Wharton is pretty sick too. So yeah, this is
Look
it's
at
an
that front
interesting
line. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of that front line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, no, I think this should be a really decent game. Palace only missing 2 players. Mateus França, who's a really good player. I'm waiting for him to break through. And West Ham only missing Edson Alvarez. Obviously got injured in the Copa America with Mexico. So yeah, like, look, should be a good game. The stat about Palace scoring freaking shitload of goals against West Ham. I think there's gonna be a lot of goals in the game. I do think there's gonna be a lot.
There's definitely gonna be goals.
I'll go with
I'm gonna do 3-2 Palace.
I was actually kind of thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. I'm actually gonna go 3-2 as well. But yeah, should be a really good game. Palace are definitely gonna be, I think, more on the front foot, and West Ham could break with all that quality like Kudus, Bowen, Paqueta. So should be a good one. Should be a good one. Moving on to let's see what else to talk about here. What else? That's next weekend. We'll get Prime in the cut. Prime talking. We'll talk about the Wolves Chelsea game. Prime was good. Oh, what? Fuck. Hold on. Prime. Yeah, just let me know when you want to pull through. We're about to talk Chelsea.
I've been waiting for you to talk about Chelsea.
What?
I've been waiting for you to talk about Chelsea.
All right, then talk about Chelsea. Go.
Yeah, let's do it. Wolves Chelsea.
Hey, don't tell me what to do, Q. Relax.
Before you go, Prime, I'll just rattle off these 5 match facts real quick. Wolves have won their last 3 Premier League games against Chelsea, as many as they had in their previous 17. 4 draws and 10 losses. Only once before have they won more consecutive league games against the Blues, which was a run of 5 between November 1938 and September 1947. Chelsea are winless in 4 away league games against Wolves, a draw and 3 losses, since a 5-2 victory in September 2019 under Lampard. So Chelsea have not won at Molineux for quite a while. Wolves have lost 6 of their last 9 Premier League home games, though, so far in 2024. The other 3 being wins, with no side losing more. They haven't been in good home form in the 2024 calendar year. They'd only lost 4 of their 20 home games at Molineux in the whole of 2023. Chelsea have conceded at least once in each of their last 16 Premier League away games. Their longest run without a clean sheet on the road since a run of 24 between January of 93 and February 1994. Wolves have lost their last 4 Premier League matches. They haven't lost more consecutively since a 6-game losing streak between May and August of 2021. 3 with Nuno Espirito Santo. 3 with Bruno Lage, while the last Wolves manager to lose 5 in a row was Terry Connor in March and April of 2012. 7. So there you go. Those are the match facts about Wolves Chelsea. What did you want to say about this game, Prime? You're a Chelsea guy in here. Hope you're doing well, by the way, bro. Thanks for pulling through.
Oh, now you care about how I'm doing. Anyway, the game.
No, yeah, talk to me about the game, broski.
I'm good. How are you, too?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good.
Good.
Just chilling. Just chilling.
I didn't ask how you were doing, Steve. Anyway, no, the game.
Love your prime.
Hey, they all do. Anyways, the Wolves game. I think we beat Wolves. Um,
I
now
talked.
that Neto's gone, they don't have an attacking threat really. I know they got Huang, but like
Yeah, Huang
I
is
don't
pretty
see,
good.
I don't see how they create chances for them.
I hate
Wolves have a
Nori to
lot.
be fair. I hate Nori is pretty good going forward.
Yeah, but he's a wing back. Like other than that,
Yeah.
they've got no creativity. So yeah, and I think we have too many attacking players not to be able to get stuff out of this game. So I think we win 2-1.
You think it'll be like a tight game?
No, I think we win comfortably. The only reason they'll score is because our defense is not good. So
Do you see like do you see Chelsea having like a 2-0 lead for like the majority of the game, but they get something late in the last 10 minutes and then they'll like push for an equalizer or something?
just repeat that again.
Do you think it'll be a game where you score 2 goals, but then in the 80th minute you concede, and then it's a kind of hectic last 10 minutes? Is that what you're kind of saying? No. Do you think they score first? Like,
no, I just think that they'll because of how bad our defense is, they will get chances and they'll eventually score.
because they played well versus Arsenal.
Hey,
Yeah,
they're not pretty.
I don't think they'll pose as a real threat. I look at the City game, for example. I think Chelsea played quite well in that game. Even defensively, I think he played quite well. The only reason they scored is because of 2 goal zone mistakes. I think Chelsea would do the same. I think Chelsea would do that also for the majority of the season, by the way, making goal zone mistakes defensively. So, yeah. Sorry, kids, what are you going to say?
You don't think Neto plays against his own his?
Nah, because he played on Thursday.
No, yeah, Maresca says he can't. He's not necessarily conditioned to play 90 minutes. He can only play about 65 or so.
Oh,
so he played against Servets.
Yeah.
You
don't think he's on as a sub, or he's just like not gonna.
He might be on the bench. He might be on the bench. Felix, Maresca said he is physically he's fine, but he's not sure how well he's adapted to the system as of yet. So it depends on whether he will start or not. But regardless, we win the game. So
what do you think of this 11 that they're saying you'll go with? That they think you'll go with? What would you change, or do you like it? Or I'm looking at 3 positions in particular.
I dropped Fofana and Colwell, but I think they'll start. Unfortunately, I think Lavia has to start.
Plays?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Lavia has to start. Enzo, unfortunately, has to play. I think Caicedo will be on the bench. In terms of the front 4 or front 5, Jackson striker.
That's probably the game to start Jackson striker.
Palmer, Jackson striker. I think Palmer will play one wing, and I think Felix will start on the other, and Nkuku and Enzo, the 2-8s. No, hold on, sorry. The back 3 will be Fofana, Colwell, Correa, Gusto and Burton in midfield with Lavia.
Yeah, Gusto right back. Yeah.
The 2-8s will be Palmer and Enzo. Madueke right wing.
Oh, you think Madueke?
Felix left wing and Jackson up top.
You think Madueke plays on the right? Yeah. Do you agree with it? Okay. Yeah. He didn't start versus. Yeah, you're right. He didn't start versus thingy, Servette. Or did he play Man City game?
No.
No, he didn't. Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. What the fuck happened here? Oh, I just like refreshed. Let me go back. Fuck. Oh, there it is. All right. No, yeah. So you would make of this projected starting 11, you'd make what? 4 changes, you said?
What did you say? What did you say?
Oh yeah, my bad. So for this projected lineup, you said you'd make 4 changes. You would?
I don't know. I said I would play. Well, not that I would play. I think Maresca will go with the same back 3. Gusto with Lavia in midfield. I think Enzo will play.
Caicedo plays or no?
I think. Hold on. I think Enzo will play as one of the 8s within Cuckoo. I think Palmer will be on one wing and Neto will be on the other. Wait, actually, no, not Palmer. Actually got a knock. I'm not entirely sure Palmer will
so many damn players.
It's not even the players. It's the fact that I have no. I don't really know what Maresca's trying to do yet.
Yeah,
that's why I need to give it 10 games to see what he's actually trying to do.
Yeah, because your only absences are what? Fucking. Let me scroll down here. Chilwell, Sterling, and James. And then the others are just like, just chilling.
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is.
So
Keith, how do you feel about Solanke being injured?
We're going back to Spurs now. I mean, it is a loss simply because the next step down is Richie. I mean, that's pretty poor. But we are playing against Everton, so I think Richie has definitely a chance of scoring for sure. It's his old club. Probably be like a header or something like that. So, but yeah, but it's a loss because I do think that even though I don't think that Solanke is like a great player, all the hype that a lot of other people are making him out to be, I do think that he can get. He can get the he's basically proven that he can find the back of the net and that his positioning is like better than like what we have. So I think that like it is a loss because against Leicester he was getting into like the right position.
He's pretty good against Leicester.
And he was like and he's quick too. So I think that it will be a loss for us, but what are you going to do? I mean, Ange Ball, injuries galore. So even Will Lancashire just got a hamstring injury. And you're like, surprise, surprise, another hamstring injury.
I mean, Ange injuring a mid-player is not the worst thing in the world. So.
Anyways,
Chelsea. Oh my God.
So what's your score prediction, everybody? For this?
She just skipped past what I said.
Yeah, because we're talking about Chelsea and Wolves. You should have come on earlier if you want to talk about Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about your, what is it? 50 players now? Let's talk about your 50 players.
Okay. You're just inflating numbers there. Okay.
I know I am inflating numbers. I'm joking.
What's your What are your guys going for predictions? Wolves, Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
All right, cool. Cute.
The only thing is like I feel like if you're talking last season, I think Wolves can like get something out of this game, but this season, I think they're definitely going downhill. I'm not saying they're going to get relegated, but they're definitely, I don't know how they score goals. So
I hope Brighton get relegated.
You hope what?
No. Ty from AFTV. I hope Brighton get relegated.
Oh, yeah. Ty, that clip, yeah. When Arsenal got beat by Brighton. Yeah, that was fun.
It'll probably be like, what, like 2-1. Maybe it'll be like 2-1. Chelsea. I'll be conservative and say 2-1.
First, I'll go 2-2 because I don't trust that back. I'm sorry. That Sanchez in goal. No, thank you. Fucking Colwell. Fofana with the way they've been playing. No.
Yeah, I know. Not
See
just
Chelsea
either.
scoring goals.
We could have lost. We could have lost this event if Sanchez wasn't goal.
That's what I'm saying. And your record at Molineux isn't great. And Gary O'Neill is a decent manager as well. So I do think I do think it's a draw, to be honest. And they played, like I said, they played well versus Arsenal.
You guys are still on this O'Neill hype. Okay.
I would have taken him at Bayern Munich. I'm not even lying, bro.
Yeah, because you have company.
I like company more than O'Neill, but
yeah, okay.
And I was also like Thomas Tuchel. Fucking
listen, when you're company out by November, I'll accept my handwritten apology. Warrior saying, but it looks like Jurgensen has to prove himself. I think Jurgensen will be a starter by like say November, December. But if Jurgensen's a starter in the league, that means that Sanchez will play the Carabao FA Cup and Conference League games, which I'm scared about that. Because if he's in the Conference League, we won't win it. So
wait, what?
If Sanchez is in goal in the Conference League, Chelsea won't win it.
Wait, what? You've been telling me the whole summer you're gonna win the Conference League.
Yes, because Sanchez wouldn't be
summer.
Yes, but if Sanchez is in goal, we won't win it. And
you're saying the goalkeeper in this supposed tournament where your quality is so vast and you're saying
a goalkeeper cool. Steve, don't exaggerate. I didn't say stuff like that, but yes, because Sanchez is awful.
I know. I agree with you.
Sanchez is the worst goalkeeper in the Conference League.
No, okay, that's too far. He's shit.
He's the worst goalkeeper in the Conference League. I don't care. He's not. Until you can name me someone worse.
Huh?
Can you name me someone worse?
Yeah, I'll go look at the fucking I'll go look at the Conference League.
What? They have David De Gea. That's it.
He was terrible for Fiorentina. Yes, he was.
Exactly. And if Sanchez was in goal against Servette, we lose that game.
Probably, yeah.
Exactly. So he has to be the worst goalkeeper in the Conference League.
No, but he's not worse than fucking St. Patrick's Athletics goalkeeper Joseph Atang.
St. Patrick's Athletic, an Irish team. Don't do that. Don't disrespect us.
That you keep in mind, there's still a team. There's a second division Polish team, Wisła Krakow. You still have. So
Steve,
you're saying Kamil Broda is better than Robert Sanchez.
Hold on. All summer, you're the one telling me about, don't disrespect Europe, all the quality in Europe, yada, yada, yada. Now I'm telling you.
I'm specifically saying.
Now I'm telling you about the quality goalkeepers in the Conference League. You want to argue with me?
Yes, because I
games
think that is a hella exaggeration.
Okay, listen. Prove me wrong then. Is he the worst goalkeeper in the Conference League?
Bro,
Warriors said, I agree with Brian.
Patrick's athletic goalkeeper is not his worth. Is
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because he's a fucking. It's the Irish.
Okay,
bro.
And Steve, when I told you we have to win the Conference League, we will win it. You were telling me, how do you know you win the Conference League?
No, but that's not. No. We're not doing the conversation flipper. We're talking about the goalkeeper. We're talking about. You're talking about.
I'm using the same example. You can't tell me about the quality in Europe. Then when I tell you about the quality in Europe, you then argue with me and say it's not as good as.
Yes, because you said a specific player.
No, but yes, exactly. So you can't tell me there's quality teams and then disagree with me saying there's quality goalkeepers. Those goalkeepers play for those quality teams.
You're crazy, man.
Do you think Chelsea have the best attack on paper in the Conference League?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have also told me that Chelsea won't win the Conference League, right?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Okay. And that would mean one of these teams will beat us with a goalkeeper that's better than Sanchez.
Why does the goalkeeper have to be better for them to beat you?
Because they need a quality goalkeeper to stop our attackers, right? Or they need a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, but did Servette's goalkeeper really need to be lights out last night.
We scored 2 goals against them.
Yeah.
And we kept a clean sheet against them, even though they could have scored at least 1 goal. They probably should have scored at least 1.
I mean, okay, so Real, I'll look at this
again.
Real
You haven't.
No,
If you,
no, hold on. I'm saying, okay, Real Betis's goalkeeper is better than Sanchez, Ruiz Silva. I agree with you there. He's worse than Ruiz.
Okay.
He's probably a little bit worse than David De Gea. Sanchez, I will give you that one. Ghent's goalkeeper is Davi Roof. It's not really that nice. Whenever I watch Ghent, he'd be doing something stupid. Lens goalkeeper Bryce Samba is definitely better than Sanchez. I'll say that. Trabzonspor's goalkeeper is better. Ugur Çakir.
You haven't proven me wrong.
Watched a few of their games. No, I'm saying I'm trying to be fair here and saying which ones I actually. So Copenhagen's goalkeeper Nathan Trott, 25 English. Did he just join? Yeah, he did. I haven't watched too much of him. I haven't seen him make any mistakes though. Legia Warsaw's goalkeeper Tobias. He's better than Sanchez. Okay, so you don't have a good. All right, fine. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Your goalkeeper
and
is
Steve, that's with me not watching any of these teams, because as a goalkeeper, there are some basic fundamentals you need to have. Sanchez does not have them.
Yeah, he makes some stupid ass mistakes.
Thank you, and that's my point. If he's in goal, we won't win because you know why I know this? Because we will concede some stupid goal that we shouldn't, and we'll get knocked out. Because if we face, like we struggle against Servette, right? Say we face another team like that where they'll make us struggle and make us have to fight for the win.
Copenhagen.
And Sanchez can. I'm not even talking like a team as good as Copenhagen. I'm talking like a team like Servette where they'll make us struggle. And Sanchez concedes a stupid goal and we lose 2-1 or we lose 3-2. That's the point I'm making. So he's the worst. Fair. If he's in goal, we won't win the Conference League. That's my point. You haven't refuted my point, so.
That when you put it like that, I hear it. So I hear it. So yeah, that's what's it called? That'll wrap up for the Wolves Chelsea kind of preview. The other game that I wanted to talk a bit about was what?
Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
Yeah, I rated it. Yeah. I set it up. Big up Warrior. Thanks for what's it called? Thanks for pointing that out, Warrior. I just set that up. Did I hit save? Yes, I did. All right, cool. Big up, Warrior. Thanks for thanks. Did I save that? Yes, I did. All right, cool. All right, yeah. And then to wrap it up, people, talk about Brighton Man United real quick. I'm excited for this game. I am excited for this game. I think this will be everybody's introduction for Fabian Hutzler of how good of a manager he is for Brighton. So we'll look at their projected 11. 4-2-3-1, Jason Steele in goal. Joel Veltman at right back. Jean-Paul Van Heck, Lewis Dunk, Jack Hinchelwood is a very promising young fullback. I like him. Matt Vifa and James Milner. Legs for days in that midfield for sure. Good midfield too. This kid, Yakuba Minta, who we sold to Brighton, which is part of the reason why Newcastle's transfer window has been probably the worst in the Premier League, to be honest. João Pedro's going to play as the 10. Welbeck and Karu Mitoma starts. That's what they're saying Brighton might go with. And then this is Man United, what they think will happen here. Onana, Mazraoui right back, Maguire, Martinez start, Dalot left back, Mainu, Casemiro. Then front four, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Diallo, Xerxes. So, and then some injuries for Brighton or absences. Lamptey, Ferguson, Estupinian, and Solly March are going to be out. And for Man United, Luke Shaw, Højlund, Yoro, Lindelof, and Malacia. So what do y'all think about this game? What do you two think about this game? Do you think it's going to be a good game? Do you think Man United could fuck up here?
It's going to be a good game because Brighton will make it a good game.
Yeah.
Man United, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, basically, they're so hot and cold. Like, they're so unpredictable. But I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna. I don't know. Brighton 3-1.
I can see it though. I can see that. They schooled them last year at Old Trafford. They won what was it, 2-0 or something? 3-0. So they did beat them
it's
at Old
probably
Trafford.
it's not gonna be 3-1. Maybe it'll be like 2-2.
Nah, Brighton can score goals. Brighton
2-0. I mean, there will definitely be goals, and Brighton will definitely score. Those are the things that like I feel pretty confident about.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Man United, like sometimes they just pull they'll be really shitty all game and then they'll just pull something out of the bag at the end, just like randomly get a stupid pen or something or a foul or whatever, and get a decision that goes their way.
Yeah. That's fair. Some of the match facts. Brighton have won 4 out of their last 5 Premier League meetings against Man United, though they did lose the most recent meeting 2-0 at the Amex on the final day of last season. So Brighton have won 4 out of 5 versus Man United in the past 5 EPL meetings. Man United have lost 43% of their Premier League meetings with Brighton, 6 out of 14. Their highest loss rate against a single opponent in the competition's history. So Brighton actually have a really good record versus Man United. None of the 14 Premier League meetings between Brighton and Man United have been drawn, with the Seagulls winning 6 to the Red Devils 8. Only Man United against Wigan Athletic 16 has been played more often in the competition without ever finishing level. So these teams have never drawn against each other in the Premier League. Never drawn. It's been only one team winning. Brighton have lost 4 of their last 5 Premier League home games, though. 1 win. More than they had in their previous 25 at the Amex. 14 wins, 8 draws, 3 losses. Having beaten Fulham 1-0 in their opening match, Manchester United are looking to win both of their first 2 games in a Premier League campaign for the first time since 17-18. So this stat right here is crazy about they've lost 43% of their Premier League meetings with Brighton. They've never drawn with each other. So that's interesting. So actually that kind of changes my thing. Does it? Nah, because I honestly think it'll be a draw. But I do see Brighton outplaying Man United. I don't know, Prime. What are you thinking about this matchup?
United win.
Like a 2-1 or something.
What's no reasoning, just United win.
Yeah, what's your thinking behind it?
United's defense seems to be much better. Not system wise, because I think defense, but individually, and the individuals in their defense is much better as opposed to the actual system. So I think they'll defend well against Brighton, and I agree with what Cube said that United seem to be able to nick goals regardless. So I think so long as United are still in the game, they'll be able to win it. So I'm going 2-1.
2-1
Manchester. Or no, sorry, no. I think I predicted 2-0.
2-0. Okay, they did it last year. They did beat them 2-0 last year, so that's definitely possible. Cube, what did you say again for your score? You said 2-2 or 1 or what are you going with?
I'll say 2-1 Brighton.
I can see that for sure. I could see that. Definitely. I could definitely say. Are you playing FIFA?
No.
Oh, what you doing then?
Get out of my house, Steve.
I'll probably go for what's it called? I'll go for a draw. I think this will be the first draw between them. So I just can't really separate the two. Because Brighton played really well, albeit against an Everton team that are probably going to get relegated. That have 0 attack. But I do worry about Man United if they play Maguire. Because fucking Mitoma can they exposed Michael Keane for how bad he is. Last week. Yeah. They just
Why would you be worried about Maguire?
Because when you ISO him against a pacey winger, he gets undone. That's what happens.
Yeah, but why is that? Why are you worried about Maguire though?
Because he's not very good.
But why is that? Why are you worried about Maguire though?
Because he's not very good.
But why are you worried about Maguire though?
Why do you think? You know why? Because Brighton, and I saw this with Herzler at St. Pauli, they score a lot of goals. They score a lot of their goals centrally, where they cut through the center backs. They find those passes to break through. They use the pace. Like they really they expose like poor defenders on the ground.
But
really
why you have to be worried about Maguire though?
Why do you think?
Well, you haven't. Why?
Because he's poor, and because when you ISO him against a quick, pacey attack, which Brighton have, that's not good.
But why do you have to be worried about Maguire though?
Anyways, people, that's gonna wrap it up here.
No.
I answered your question.
You haven't, because Maguire won't be starting. Maguire won't be starting.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
Why would he?
Why would he? Because Ten Hag is stupid. And that's what all the websites are saying. All the websites are saying.
No, United have injuries.
And also, he played well in the last game. So Ten Hag will fall into the trap of, he played well last game, so I'm going to play.
Hold on.
Again.
United have injuries besides Euro. Who else?
They have what?
Who else? What other center backs are injured besides Euro?
Lindelof.
Who else? You've got the Lit. You've got Evans. You've got the Lit and Evans.
Yeah, but they're saying they're not going to play, and I believe.
Who's saying that? Who's saying that?
Fucking SofaScore is.
Who cares about SofaScore?
And here's the other thing, Prime. Why did he play against Fulham?
He came off the bench against Fulham, no?
No, he started.
Oh yeah, he did start. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He did well against Fulham, so.
Yes, because Fulham didn't expose him the way Brighton played. It literally, bro. Now, big up Cube, by the way. Big up Cube.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on. Will be a good weekend, fun weekend. For those also following, Wrexham's playing at 7 a.m. my time tomorrow, PST. Yeah, and hey, Leagues Cup final on Sunday. LAFC v Columbus Crew will be actually a good game, I think. Will be a good game. That's a good matchup. Anyways, talk later. Bye, guys.
Hey, take care, Cube. Take care, Cube. No, but Maguire played the last game for them against
and he played well.
No, but he did play well. He did play, but that's because Fulham didn't play. They had some chances. Like centrally, they did, but they didn't take them. The difference is, I believe Brighton are far more capable because they're more capable players, like a Yankuba Mitoma. What's it called? João Pedro, who I rate, and also Welbeck is effective for Brighton. He's not the best, but I just believe in Brighton taking more chances than a full.
I think United will win the game. United will defend well, and so long as they defend well, they'll always have a chance.
That's fair. And the other thing is, too, that Herzler does very effectively is he draws out the opponent through playing out through the back. Like I for me, it's one of those situations where it's what's it called? It's like when Liverpool played Atalanta, and I was telling people Atalanta's strengths are Liverpool's weaknesses. So even though the personnel might not be as rated, like you wouldn't take fucking Catalan over Salah, or this player over that player.
Atletico Madrid have bought Samuel Rodion.
Huh?
Not Atletico, sorry. Benfica have bought Samuel Rodion.
What are you talking about?
Benfica or about Sporting. Oh, let me just saw the tweet. Sorry, I had
Oh, Porto.
yes.
Porto, not Benfica. Oh, okay. I just
That's
saw
what I
that
meant.
actually. Okay. 15% Porto will have. Okay, so Porto getting Omarodio. Interesting. They did need a striker, to be fair. That might be the decent place for him to develop then. Okay. Because they just sold Evan Nielsen to Bournemouth. Interesting signing. Okay. Interesting. Interesting there. Yeah, it might work out for him. That's a good league for him to go and develop at good team. Fair enough. But yeah, no. So for me, I think this is one of those where it's like, again, the game plan from Brighton, I think can expose Man United's weaknesses. That's what it is. That's just me. We'll see what happens. But any other games? Yeah, go on.
Why do you have to worry about Maguire?
You know why. I've already explained it. What more do I need to explain?
I don't know. You haven't explained anything.
Huh?
You haven't explained anything, really.
Okay, Mr. Gaslighter. Moving on to.
How am I gaslighting you?
Let's talk about
How am I gaslighting you?
Freaking Man City Ipswich. You know
How am I
why.
gaslighting you?
You freaking know why. You know why. You know why. Because I did explain it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Warrior knows. There you go. There you go. Man City Ipswich Town. I actually think this will be a good game. I actually do think this will be a good game to watch because I think Ipswich will go for it. Might get shellacked, but I think this will be a decent game too. Man City have won 17 out of last 18 Premier League home games against promoted sides, one draw. This is a 2-1 home loss to Leeds in April 2021. Ipswich haven't scored against reigning league champions in any of their last 7 league games. Jesus. I don't know. Do you think they'll get hammered here, Prime, or no? Ipswich?
6-1 City.
6-1, okay. That's fair. That's fair. I could see it. They played well versus Liverpool. Actually, yeah, real quick before we close out, what do you think's going to happen for this game?
1-0 Arsenal.
Really?
Yes.
What's your thinking behind that?
When's this game?
Tomorrow.
I know. What time?
5:30 UK.
Yeah. I'll be home by then. Oh, that's great. I'll watch it live. Yeah, I think Arsenal will score early, and they'll sit back and defend. And I think I'm curious to see how Villa are against a low block as quality as Arsenal's is.
That's fair.
Because we know how good Villa's low block is. And I think most of the games Emery has won against Arsenal has been when Villa have scored very late. Because Arsenal keep pressing forward and going for the game, leaving more space defensively for Villa to win the game. Which, fair enough, that's Emery's game plan against Arsenal. But I think this time, Arsenal will score early and sit back and defend.
So you trust Arsenal in this, yeah?
What do you mean I trust Arsenal? Don't twist my... You see how Steve is the ultimate gaslighter, man. You see how he twists your words? Manipulator Steve. Toxic Steve.
Okay, you trust... I don't know what word to use then. Because for me, I struggle with Arsenal in these big away games. I struggle to pick them to win because it's like, if you look at last year, lose away to Lens. Fucking what's it called?
Lens wasn't a big away game.
Yeah, it is. Champions League.
Yeah, it was group stages. They were always going to get out of the group. I think
but nobody besides me picked Lens to get a result though in that game. They were heavy favorites.
Yeah, I know, but that's not a big game. It's a group game. It's not a big game. Anyway, I think Arsenal's next 3 away games, I think they will get 7 points.
To be fair, in the game they won last year at Villa Park versus
I think
Arsenal, they scored pretty early.
Arsenal's next 3 away games, they'll beat Villa, they'll draw against Spurs, and they'll beat Man City.
You think they draw against Spurs?
Yes, because it's a North London derby at White Hart Lane. So Spurs won't lose that game.
Yeah, I think Arsenal win that one.
No, Spurs won't lose that game because it's North London derby.
But they
North
lost
London
last
derbies.
year.
Yes, but North London derbies typically Spurs do well at home, Arsenal do well at home.
They do usually do well at home. That's true.
So that's why I think that one will be a draw.
Fair enough. But yeah, last year, to be fair, they did score early. Villa.
And also the past few seasons as well. Spurs have done well in North London derbies early in the season. So that's why I'm saying draw. That's why I'm saying draw.
Yeah, I think Arsenal can beat. You know why? Because it's the set pieces. The defending of set pieces from Spurs is awful.
Yeah, I know.
That's our specialty.
I agree, but I also think because it's at home, Spurs will do well during the game, and it'll be a draw. I think they'll beat City as well at Arsenal. 7 out of 6, 7 out of 9.
Do they host City?
No, see, I said that the next 3 away games they will get 7.
I think they're gonna go to the Etihad and win.
Yes, they'll beat Villa, draw against Spurs, beat Man City. Yeah.
That's a big call.
Listen. I said this I was thinking this last week as well, by the way. So I don't think it's that big of a call this early in the season. I don't think it would be. I think it would be more difficult for Arsenal to do this later in the season. But doing this now, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. We know Man City tend to start the season slow. We all know this. So why can't they beat them? Man City didn't play that well against Chelsea.
Game, but it's Man City at home. They've lost like one Premier League home game in the past 2 seasons. That's why
I know.
But to be fair, if anyone is going to win at the Etihad, it would be
Arsenal. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying they'll batter City.
No, I know.
But they'll still get the win.
2-1. Fairs. Well, we'll see. That is going to be a good game. That is going to be. I'll have that on the side because Lazio obviously playing Udinese at the same time as this game. So Lazio. So tomorrow. So prime. So this game, the Arsenal Villa Arsenal is at 5:30. Lazio Udinese Lazio is at 5:30 as well. So I'll be watching them.
Listen, fuck Lazio, but I'll be watching it for my boy Deli.
Yo, Deli Basharu, let's go, baby. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Lazio. Actually, finally, we could touch on this as well. What are you thinking for this game? I think Liverpool get it done, to be honest. Liverpool, Yo, big up, Ryan.
2-1.
2-1, okay.
Warrior. I don't think it's that big of a call. Well, I don't think it's that. My logic, the way I'm thinking, it's not that big of a call to make. Bro, I can see Arsenal getting 7.
How surprised would you be if Villa won tomorrow?
If Villa beat Arsenal?
Yeah. Considering how good Villa have been at home the past,
it wouldn't surprise me. Again, I'm saying Arsenal beat Villa because I think Arsenal will score early and win the game. That's my scenario. But I think if it's, if Arsenal haven't scored by the first half or by the 60th minute, let's say, then I think Villa win the game. Same, by the way, with the City game. I think Arsenal need to score early against City.
Do they need to score? Do they need to score first to win
against City?
Yeah.
Yes, they need to score early against City and then just soak up pressure the rest.
No, I'm saying, do they need to score first?
Yes, that's why they need to score early.
Okay, so they need to score. So they need to score the first goal of the game, and it has to be early. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I think against Spurs, it doesn't matter because it will be a draw anyway. Who cares? But
See, I think Arsenal have. I don't know. We'll see. It's three big games for Arsenal though early. Because let's say they here's the thing, they have potential to lose all three of them. And then
I agree with you as well. I agree. There's a world Arsenal lose.
Or they draw all three. That would be just as damaging. They draw all three.
There's actually, I don't think they lose all three. There's a world Arsenal draw all three. There's a world Arsenal win all three, which I don't think is realistic. I think just the more realistic scenario is Arsenal win 2, lose, or win 2, draw 1.
That's fair. I think they lose 2, draw 1.
Yeah, Warrior.
Yep.
Arsenal's next 4 games is they are away to Villa, a home to Brighton, away to Spurs, away to City. So I think they beat Villa. Bro, at the end of that game, beat Villa, beat Brighton, draw against Spurs, and beat City. I think at the end of that, Arsenal should be top of the league by then.
This 4 is a difficult stretch.
I don't. Yeah, but I think Arsenal can get. I don't think it's that difficult, bro.
Nah, that's tricky.
I mean, this early in the season, it's not. I'll be so real.
Well, let's look at Man City's schedule then. Let's look at Man City's in comparison. Ipswich, they host Ipswich, away to West Ham, host Brentford, host Arsenal. That is more favorable than Arsenal's next 4. Would you say that, yeah?
Yes, but it doesn't mean Arsenal's, again, this early in the season, bro. This early in the season, it's doable.
I hear you.
Yeah, again, bro, this is the perfect time to play Man City. If you're a big side challenging them for the league, beat them now.
I see what you mean. But for me, what do you think of these 4 happens? So I'm assuming you're picking that. You said 6-1 over Ipswich. You think Man City are gonna win that one? Away to West Ham. Do you think they'll win that one?
I think City will win. I think City will be unbeaten until they play Arsenal.
So you think they win against Ipswich? What about West Ham?
Yeah, they beat West Ham. They beat Brentford. Yeah.
And then they host Arsenal. Away to Newcastle. I mean, they'll beat us, to be honest.
Yeah.
They'll beat us. That'll be a tricky. We give them a tough game, but we always fucking lose to them. And then their schedule here isn't too bad. Brighton away, they usually do well there. Host Spurs, they did draw with them. Away to Liverpool, they don't have a good record at Anfield. So, yeah. No, I think this next 4 games for me, I actually think it decides the title. I'll say that right now between Man City and Arsenal. Because, like we were talking about, there is a world where Arsenal, in these next 4 games.
Actually, no, wait, hold on. No, yeah, City will still be top, actually. Even if what I say happens, City will still be top technically.
Because you're saying they're going to win their next.
Yeah, no, technically because of that dropped points against Spurs. City will be top by 2 points. Exactly. So yeah, you're right. That the title could be decided by 2 points then. Yeah.
I think Arsenal got to win. Yeah.
And also why I think they can beat Villa and City right now is because there's no pressure. It's so early in the season. There's no pressure now. If this was March or February, I'd agree. See, Arsenal don't win either game. But because it's now, it's very early in the season. City are not at their best right now either. It's a perfect opportunity.
I hear it. I think Arsenal. I think Arsenal best case for me, like I said, I'm picking them to lose to Villa. I think they'll beat Brighton. I think they'll beat Spurs. I think they lose to City, though. So I think they'll take 6 from their next 4. But best case scenario, could they win all 4 on the bounce?
Wait. You said 6 from. You said 6 from.
6 points from the next 4 games. That's what I think.
6 from 12. So who do they win and who do they lose?
I'm saying they lose to Villa.
Yeah.
I'm saying they beat Brighton, they beat Spurs, and they lose to City.
Ooh, I don't see how they beat Spurs at White Hart Lane. I don't.
See, but I that's what I was thinking last year when they went to White Hart Lane. And then they fucking were up 3-0 at halftime.
Yeah, but that was when Spurs were shit. I'm talking about now, early in the season. Spurs
in good form right now?
I know, but Spurs tend to do well early in the season in North London derbies. And again, like I said, with the Villa City game, there's no pressure against Spurs.
You don't think there's pressure on Arsenal tomorrow to get a win?
Not this early in the season, no. There's less pressure now than there is later on in the season.
There's less pressure, I feel you.
That's my point. No, but like they won't feel it, is my point. Same way as when they play City, Arsenal will still look at it as them being underdogs. They won't have the pressure. That's why they're going to win.
When did Arsenal lose to Villa the game in? So they lost in December at Villa Park.
Yes, December.
So you think the pressure
hold on. Again, I'm right. Look, Villa scored early and they defended, and Arsenal won.
Yeah.
See?
This was, by the way, the same stretch that Villa on the Wednesday beat Man City 1-0, and then they on the Saturday beat Arsenal 1-0.
And look, go to that City game. Go to that City game.
When they beat City?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when Villa beat City. There you go, right here.
Yep. See, City. The more the game went on, City went out for it, and Villa beat them on the.
Villa didn't just beat that. I mean, on the scoreboard, they only got the one. They fucking destroyed them.
I know.
Fucking
I know they deserve to win, but that's my point, though.
Yeah,
they hung in for it. I think Arsenal can do the same thing. They score early in both games. Again, that's just my prediction. I'm not saying anyone has to listen to me, but that's just what I think.
No, good convo, bro. Good convo. It'll be a good game, though. It'll be a good game. But yeah, nah. So,
yeah. Oh wait, Warrior. What's a good point that I made? What did I say is a good point?
About the pressure, maybe.
Yeah. There's no pressure right now. Well, I say no pressure. Arsenal won't feel the pressure because again, they go to play Villa. Everyone's talking about how amazing Villa is.
Nah, most people are picking Arsenal to win.
I know. But I'm talking about Arsenal's perspective. From Arsenal's perspective, everyone's looking at Villa and how amazing they are. Arsenal will play what a point to prove. Against Spurs will be different. North London derby. A point is not the worst thing. Against City, everyone will view City as favourites. Arsenal can strike.
That is true. I agree with that.
But again, all of this doesn't make a difference, by the way. Arsenal still are not winning the league. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Warrior. It'll be a good game, though. But yeah, hopefully,
just make sure, when I'm right, just make sure you say Prime said it. So.
Nah, man. I know when Villa win. I can call Villa games so well. I can call their game so well. Like everybody was saying West Ham was gonna win. I was like, nah, Villa got that. I'm good at predicting Villa.
No, I know. So am I. I predicted Villa to beat West Ham.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, should be a good one. Any other games you wanted to talk about? Do you think anything will happen in the Spurs Everton?
Spurs win. I think without Solanke, Spurs win.
What are you saying for a score?
2-1.
I agree. I actually think it'll be a Tottenham, like a 90th minute winner or 85th or whatever. Late goal.
Leicester. I think they beat Fulham. Leicester beat Fulham 2-0.
I actually agree with you. I actually am gonna go with a Leicester win there as well. because I think most people would pick a Fulham win. I just think something weird gonna happen there. I have Southampton Forest draw. This game actually really. I'm doing a watch along.
Fulham, I'm gonna say goals from Vardy and Mamavivi.
Mavididi. He's a good player.
Yeah, Mavididi.
I like him.
I think Vardy with the winner.
What are you saying for Newcastle, Bournemouth, away at Vitality?
3-0 Newcastle.
I hope you're right. I'm going 3-1 Bournemouth.
Why?
So we played like dick and balls versus Southampton at home.
And you beat them.
And we just looked terrible. I just
And
don't
you
have
beat
it.
them.
And our record versus Bournemouth is not very good.
But you beat them.
Huh?
But you beat them.
Yeah, we beat them, but we had 3 shots the entire game, and Southampton had like 22. But because they were Southampton, and Nick Pope only had to make 1 really, really good save, and then a few other like okay ones. I don't feel good about that one at all, to be honest. But hopefully you're right. A 3-0 Newcastle win. Sign me the fuck up. What else? Yeah, I think Southampton Forest will be a draw. Yeah, a draw probably. This game I'm excited about. I'm doing a watch along for this one. That'll be a good game. I'm saying 3-2 Palace. What about you? 2-1 Wolves.
West Ham win.
Ooh. Okay, what are you saying score?
I can't remember the score prediction I gave, but West Ham win.
Fairs. I'll go 3-2 Palace on that one. That'll be one of the better games of the weekend. Like I said, I'm doing a watch along for that one for a reason. And then I think Liverpool will probably beat Brentford like 3-1 or something. So, but yeah, good stuff. Prime. Thanks for joining me, broski, and big up to Cube for super subbing in for Chloe. We will get Chloe back. Obviously, she couldn't tonight, but yeah, it was good shit, man. Good stuff. So yeah, I'll put the Chelsea background on you so you don't have to have the Spurs. I'm sorry for that. Such a horrible thing to do to a friend. 2-1 Palace.
I didn't say
Wolves.
that.
Everton have loads of injuries. Yeah, Warriors said earlier that Everton only have 14 senior players available for that game. And by the way, if Sean Dyche don't fucking start Jake O'Brien instead of Michael Keane, they should sack him on the fucking spot. That's just madness. Like, what's the point of signing him then? Like, this kid, Jake O'Brien, is a fucking warrior. Like, he's played in Liga in hostile atmospheres.
You gas up Jake O'Brien, bro.
Bro, he's a very good defender.
Listen, I know he is, but you gas him up way too much.
This is very good. Well, I don't know what's gassing him up.
I think you just love his name.
What do you mean love his name? I think Irish names are kind of weird, to be honest.
I think you just love Jake O'Brien's name.
Jake O'Brien.
What's wrong with saying Jake O'Brien? How is that weird?
No, I'm trying to disprove that you think I like his name.
Yeah, I think you like the name Jake O'Brien more than the actual player.
No, I like the actual player because I
Do you think he's special?
Huh?
Do you think he's a special player?
I don't know about special. Because, like, special is, like, if I had to say someone who's a player that's on the right that's, like, special, that's, like, really, I would probably say someone like, Yakuba Minte, to be honest.
I don't know who that is.
He's a Gambian winger that we sold to Brighton. Played at Feyenoord last year and was terrific. He got better and better and better as the season went on.
Like, why didn't Newcastle keep him?
PSR. We had to sell him we sold him for like 40 million to Brighton. and they're gonna flip him for a bunch of fucking money. It's crazy. If you watch Andre Trindade, Steve, we're meant to be linked with him from Fluminense. Yes, I have watched Andre at Fluminense. Good midfielder. Kind of reminds me of similar to Bruno Guimaraes. Deep line playmaker, very calm on the ball, can ride out challenges, good vision, technique, very good midfielder. He's not as combative as Bruno Guimaraes, but yeah, I like Andre a lot. Yeah, if you get him, that's a steal. Because Liverpool fans were like jerking off to him, even though they never watched. Unless you're a Brazilian Liverpool fan, then you never fucking watched him play for Fluminense. He's a very good player. If Fulham got him, that's a great pickup. So, but no, Prime. Back to Jake O'Brien. I don't think he's special. That's I think he is. That's the kind of defenders I like, bro. That's the kind of defenders I like. So, shout out Jake O'Brien. And Sean Dyche, hashtag free Jake O'Brien. Please. Fucking terrorist. Anyways. Big up everybody for joining, Prime included, Cubed as well for super subbing in. But yeah, take care everybody. Make sure on the way out, hit the like button and subscribe. Watch a long schedule for tomorrow. Go something like this. I'll be on Sarcasm City playback for Brighton and Hove Albion versus Manchester United. 10 a.m. my time. I'm doing Crystal Palace West Ham. Immediately after that, Udinese Lazio. Then after that, doing the Benfica versus Estrela watch along with Northside. Then after that, doing a Palmeiras Quiabo watch along in Brazil. Then after that, CF Montreal take on New England Revolution. Then after that, Portland Timbers or Seattle Sounders. It's the Saturday schedule. Then Sunday, Bournemouth, Newcastle United. Immediately after that, Stade Rennais versus RC Strasbourg. And the Sunday late game, I haven't made up my mind which one I want to do. Probably Napoli-Bologna, but I'm tempted by Marseille versus Stade de Reims. So we'll see. But anyway, take care, everybody.
Not yet. Don't end it yet.
What? You want to say something?
Yes.
So. What?
The war on terrorism is over. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Lukaku's gone.
Oh, yeah, Lukaku's gone. Congratulations.
And Victor Osimhen is going to be a Chelsea player. Hold that, Steve. Hold that, Makala. You don't have the answer. Steve, you don't have the answers.
I don't have the answers. Tony's right.
You don't have the answers.
Oh, Tony is right. I do not have the answers. I'd rather him go to fucking Chelsea than Man United or Liverpool or one of the other clubs. So,
Steve.
Oh, yeah, we will end the stream with this. Well, something like this. We love you. We love you. We love you everywhere. The palace. That's the way we love.